Right now.
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 Because it's time to right now.
Welcome, my friends, to another daily writing motivation stream. I'm Kaufman, and this is
Chat Soul.
And today we're doing a duo group free write. I may get pulled away during the stream due to just some moving logistics that I'm still dealing with. So Sol, of course, has agreed to come join me in getting some writing in for the day. What are you working on today, Sol?
Considering I just sat down on my computer like 5 minutes ago, I'm not 100% sure yet.
Yeah, I kind of like just getting into the vibe. I know I'm generally always working on the same thing 9 times out of 10. So everyone knows I'm working on Scarecrow. For those of you just joining us, welcome to the Right Now community. This is our daily writing motivation community, motivation stream community, all the things. 375 consecutive streams and counting. So if you're looking for daily writing motivation, author interviews, ways to be a better writer, events, or any of the other miscellaneous stuff, you've come to the right place. So definitely make sure to come join us because we're starting right now. All right, and I am so stoked. Hey, what's up, Calvin? Welcome back to the stream, my friend. Glad to have you here in the community. Welcome, my dude. And my bad, welcome back. Hello, I'm working on my fanfic. I know, Soul, that's right up your alley, too. Soul's like always working on different types of fanfics.
I haven't worked on one for a little while now because I've been trying to focus on pirates, and strangely, this new quasi series that I'm kind of got suggested by my other writing group. So
quasi series, I like that. Which I remember yours, wasn't it a cross between like One Piece and like another universe?
That's one of my fan fictions. I've got a Harry Potter One Piece fan fiction, and then I've got a bunch of One Piece fan fictions. But the new series thing I'm working on is actually loosely based off Native American mythology.
That's kind of cool, actually.
I wrote the original one. The original story, I actually wrote like you're going to love this. I wrote it as like a 2-paragraph story for a dog's life years ago. I ended up turning it into about 2,500 word story that was initially going to go into like an anthology kind of competition. No, my other writing group said it sounded like it would be really good as a children's story, which is hilarious because it actually came as a series of about 5 different stories, all revolving around wolves or coyotes.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, the first one I wrote, I actually sent you some of it for the Story and Critique show is How Moon Made Wolves. And then there's another one I'm going to be working on, How Sun Made Coyote.
Oh, well, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Did you already submit? Was that what you submitted for this weekend's?
Yeah, I sent you How Moon Made Wolves, and like I said, it went from like 2 paragraphs to like 3-4 pages.
Well, I am definitely looking forward to checking that out. I know I saw Holistic. I saw you hop into the stream. Welcome. Hola. Aloha, my friend. Calvin, you're asking like Johnny Depp pirates. I think because...
No, like, my pirates are nothing like modern day. They're nothing like modern day pirates. There's nothing
no
like
Captain Jack Sparrows in them. No Captain Jacks.
No, there's no Captain Jack. No, my pirates are actually it's a post-apocalyptic book where the pirates are for that time period. They are a mix between the pirates we had in the 1800s and One Piece pirates. So it's just kind of like it's a mix between those, but it's not really them. So.
Well, I think that's very, very cool. It sounds like my bad. You're like, mine's a villain redemption. Villain redemption stories are fun. Villain redemption stories are super, super cool. I mean, who doesn't love turning it on its head? And it's like the villain's POV. I think those stories can do very, very well,
The only
especially when
thing
they're like
better, I
classic
say,
ones.
better than villain's redemption is learning how someone became the villain in the first place, their
Ooh,
backstory.
like those tend to be like prequels for the most part, but then you're like, and I mean that's essentially what Wicked does. I mean, Wicked is basically Wicked Witch of the West. She's actually a good witch. Granted, the universe it's like alternate universe, but it's that same style. Trying to think of other notorious ones where we get the villain's backstory. I mean, you could say Star Wars, where we
Hunger
get
Games.
Vader. What was that?
My first thought is Hunger Games, Cornelius Snow.
We did,
President
yeah,
Snow.
we did. I absolutely the song of Snake
The
and
Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
there we go.
The
And I
movie
think
was
I
crap,
enjoyed
but
it.
the book was
I
good.
think I enjoyed that prequel, the movie. Was there a book for it? Was that
The
based
book
off?
came out first.
Okay, that's
There is
what I thought.
another book coming out that I think
Mhm,
actually might have come out in the fall.
mhm.
About Mags.
About what
You
was
know
it?
about Mags from the second movie. She was the
Uh
old lady from District 4. Apparently, she's
yes,
not a
yes, yes,
villain,
yes.
but it's another prequel movie. So
Mhm. And I think it can be done very, very well. And I mean, I think if you already love a universe and then, oh, we get to learn more about the bad guy, people love that, right?
oh yeah,
Especially because we fall in love with the villains. So I think that's very, very cool. Let's see. Susan was saying, hi, I wrote 9 pages of the rough draft today. I'm writing all of my writing progress. Incredible.
nice.
Sounds like you're ahead of us, Susan. We're going to have to play catch up to you. It sounds like that's what's going to be happening for the day. Calvin, you're like, the fan fiction I'm working on is a crossover between Naruto and Final Fantasy Tactics. Oh, I
Ooh,
love that. Love Naruto. Love Final Fantasy Tactics. The Final Fantasy Tactics is such a classic game. And I mean, I feel like Final Fantasy really that Tactics kind of was one of the games that defined the tactics genre. That and what's the other really popular one? I always forget. There's another really popular tactics based game that's been around forever. I'm just forgetting the name of the franchise.
I feel like I know
Um,
what you're talking about, but I can't think of it either.
yeah, it's just like right over my head right now. But that's really cool. And Final Fantasy Tactics had a great story. It had a great story, definitely for when it came out. Tactics Ogre. Ooh, that sounds very, very cool. Definitely looking forward to seeing how that comes to life. Like that sounds like a great story.
Oh yeah,
Hey, what's up, Jenny? Welcome, welcome, my friend. Holistic, you started writing again. Awesome. Congrats. Always a very, very cool experience. My bad. You're like, her reason is explored in canon a decent amount. So I'm doing this because I love her and she has had hints of redemption at the end of her life. Who doesn't love taking a character that we enjoy and then being able to explore the what if scenario of
yeah.
the bad guy, especially?
The what ifs are
Kiara's like, hey,
always
y'all.
fun, no matter what direction you take.
What was that?
The what ifs are always fun, no matter what direction you take.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Completely agreed. Especially when we have a good hero and we're like, well, what if they were the bad guy? Those
Yeah.
ones are always fun. Anti-hero arcs are very, very popular. Yep, Johnny is like, love a villain redemption, and those how they became the villain too. So fun. So as a quick call out, I am so happy, and I wanted to just make a quick announcement before we hop into the into some free writing. So I'm so happy that I was able to finally update the emojis and the stickers for our channel members. I'm like been working and waiting to get it done for months. So I'm very happy. I'm gonna throw up the screen real fast. Awesome. So I threw up a post earlier, but I'm very happy. So for those of you who are YouTube channel members, you should see the icons next to your name now. I see it on my end when I hop onto the YouTube app. StreamYard doesn't. StreamYard is kind of annoying and doesn't let me. But when that does, that's just a me problem. Those of you should be able to see your new icons next to your name. And I think the icons will change based on how long you've been a YouTube channel member. So I've added that, and now there's a whole new group of YouTube emojis that you can use that's exclusive to the YouTube channel members. So I'm pretty sure if you go into your emoji thing and you type in like right now under your emojis, it comes up under that family. But I'm very happy that I've been able to create a series of emojis that help, just help you represent your genre. Our main genres here. The more channel members we add, or the more channel members that join the community, the more emojis that will let me add. So I just want to say
Nice.
that was a cool thing. I was like, I had so much fun putting this together. I'm always trying to ask myself, how can I create like additional incentives and pluses for anyone who's a YouTube channel member? In addition to the emojis, you also get a free copy of the Freaky Friday anthology. And then you also get access to our monthly critique group. Right now, to become a YouTube channel member, it's only $5. Like, it's only $5. Critique groups are super expensive, guys. Like, and this is not a joke. Critique groups, like good quality critique groups, where you're getting tangible feedback, costs way more money. So, like, doing it for $5 is super cheap. That price isn't going to stay the same forever because I'm still testing it. But like, you should definitely check it out now. Our next meeting is on the 15th. So it'll be next Wednesday after Writers Group. So if you want to become a YouTube channel member, hit that join button. It's right below the YouTube video, YouTube live stream, and you can come join us. So definitely come join. Let's see. TR is like, I'm going to miss the next members writer meeting. I know you're probably working, aren't you? I know. I was like, I'm doing it on the 15th, but I know Wednesday night, we'll be like, we'll see how it works out. Right now, horror. Yeah, you see, this is the problem for StreamYard. It doesn't let me show up the YouTube thing, but the emojis are so cool. I'm like, stupid StreamYard. I'm like, I literally have to go onto what I see for mine, and you're like, okay, yep. Now you can see, like, if you're on YouTube, you can see it just fine. But yeah, it won't let me throw it up as I would wish on my end. So very, very cool. Let's see, I heard there are others, but none of the coolest. Oh, like, I got scheduled to work. My manager's out of town, so he made the schedule 2 weeks in advance before I could request the day off. Oh, I'm sorry, my friend. We've all been there when we get stuck with dealing with work stuff.
Well, hey, at least it means money, right?
Calvin's like, to pay for my last critique, I donated a few pints of blood. I mean, you know, all in good fun, right? I mean, whatever we can do to try to further our storytelling. I was like, I feel that, and being an author costs money, right? Like, this is what I say with writers all the time. Like, the things that I generally recommend that writers invest in: cover art, because if people don't like your cover, they don't buy the story, and then editing. Because like, if people go into it and there's mistakes, there's spelling errors, there's problems in it, they'll stop reading, and then you lose potential readers. But the challenge is like, okay, well, what if I don't have money to invest in that? And that is the problem we all face, my friends. Same with me, right? I'm trying to start up a business, but I need to invest in the cover design and an editor as well. So, and you don't always have to pay with money. I mean, obviously certain things like memberships, like that's like a fixed price, but with freelancers, sometimes you could trade for things that are not money based. Sometimes you could trade services. I think that's always my recommendation for people who are on a budget.
Yeah, but it's always tricky finding somebody that's actually willing to do that. At least that's been my experience. Is most people just like, no, pay me.
Most people, like, what was that?
They're just like, pay me.
Most people are like,
can I not like edit your short story for you or something, and you read like 3 pages of my thing?
Yeah, I think the goal there is you have to find people who have the need first off, right? Yeah. So you have to find people who are like looking for something, right? And I think I would, instead of going for looking for services, I would instead go like onto Facebook groups and look at people who are like, hey, this is something I need my book edited. Or you could frame the offer up front, like, hey, I need 20,000 book at like 50,000 word book edited. It needs like a developmental edit. I want to trade another editor. Do you need editing? This is what I do. And I think I would frame it like that. I don't know if that would make a difference or not. So
yeah, I could try that.
Let's see. Susan's like, plenty of blood donations where I am in Florida Walmart. You're like, but those might not be for critique groups, right? Cool. We'll see what those blood donations are for. Hey, welcome, Mary. Like, may I get halal shovel today? I think I'm broken. Aw. Well, hopefully you can relax a little bit. Come join us getting into the writer vibe. Holistic, yes, your cover art got me here. Aw. Well, that's really, really sweet, my friend. I know we always try different like styles with the YouTube thumbnails and the things to try to bring people in. And I know like I'm so excited to as I'm working on getting my cover art is in the works with an artist. So I'm like seeing it at every step of the way. It is so cool. So cool. Okay. So on that note, let's get some writing in. Let's do it. So what I'm going to do is we'll just hop into an open free write. Soul, do you have your Suno? I forgot. Do you want to throw up that elevator music or that coffee shop music?
Yeah, I can throw out my playlist. Give me a moment.
Because I always go the fantasy vibe, and then I remember listening to yours, and I'm like, yeah, it feels like elevator coffee shop. I was like, it was a nice mix.
I still have to laugh that it really does sound like elevator music.
That's why it's funny, because you're kind of like generating random music things with why is it Suno or Sumo? It's with Suno.
Suno.
You're kind of generate random music clips with it, but then it kind of comes out a certain way. It's interesting.
I was not prepared for that, so give me just like 1 minute.
All good. So what I'm gonna do is I'll kick off our free write. So I'll throw up the first. I'll get the first music playlist going, and then you can throw yours up in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. So for those of you guys, whether you are brainstorming, writing, or editing, that's all part of the process. Come join us. We're just gonna do an open free write. If you have questions, continue to chill in the chat. I'll come join you in the chat as well. You guys can see here, I am, oh God, I got to do a rewrite of this chapter. Oh, I forgot about that. All right, well, I got to dig into it. Just got to push myself. I was like, oh, vey. All right, well, we're going to see what how this goes for Kaufman, but come join us. We're going to do a free write, and we will see what shakes this. All right, my friends. I feel like we were able to get a little bit of progress. Feel like I like started on this chapter because I realized I had to rewrite it, and I was bashing my head a little bit against the wall. Like I know what I need to do, and then what I wrote is actually like I'm good. I'm happy with what I wrote, but it's just this chapter. I think I just did. I didn't want to do another chapter rewrite. I felt like I had been in a good place for Act 1. I don't want to do a full rewrite, but it has to happen. You got to do what you got to do. The original chapter, there were like elements of it that worked, but there were just too many things that were kind of left unsolved and unsaid. And then layering that on top of the adjustments I made to Mr. Crow's character, I just needed it to be more emotionally impactful. Or not emotionally, but more a good come down from the previous chapter, which was a lot. So that's me. I'm going to have to power through the writing. Clearly, I'm going to need a whole week of intense writing sprints next week. So that's probably a good thing. How was that for you, Sol? Were you able to get anything?
Mostly what I did was what we were talking about in the in our chat. I did get through 2 pages of Burning Ember and fixed a few things.
Mm-hmm.
I have so many uses of was that it's almost infuriating.
was your word. We all have those words. Usually like we don't get called out for the words until we bring it to an editor. And I know myself as an editor, I'm like there's like 10 words, or there's like always 5 to 10 words that every writer is just guilty of overusing.
I think mine would be suddenly, just, and was, but I think was is like everyone though.
Suddenly is an interesting one because people use suddenly because they want something crazy happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
The kid was walking, suddenly a dragon appeared from the sky, right? But when you pull back, you're like, why not just have the dragon appear from the sky, right? Why suddenly? Because you feel like you need to set that up, but if you think about it logistically, the kid was walking, a black dragon fell from a pit of demons and consumed Earth. Suddenly a dragon fell from a pit of demons and consumed Earth.
Yeah,
but
I think
from a reader
just one of those.
Suddenly it's just extra words.
Yeah, it's got its place.
It does.
It's not as many places as people think.
There are definitely times, right? And I would think like a use of it would be he was walking along until he was walking along the path until he suddenly came across a black hole. Until he came across a black hole. Until he suddenly came across a black hole.
I think in that case, suddenly is okay.
I think it would be because you have to use it to emphasize. You have to use it to emphasize the black hole as compared to suddenly a thing happened. But usually it's misuse as suddenly a thing happened. We'll just let the thing happen because the thing happening is the emphasis itself.
Right.
So, but I could go on and diatribe about those on editing stuff all day, every day. Hopefully you here in the chat were able to help get some work. Hopefully you're able to get some writing and work done in yourself for another free write. As we're going to be moving on, I got some other stuff to attend to. So if you joined us, and as we look towards creative writing on the morrow, let's see, today's Friday. Well, I can't believe it. Yeah, today's Friday.
It does not feel like a Friday.
What a trip. I'll be back tomorrow for the Story and Critique Show. Make sure that if you want free reading, let's say maybe you just want to hear your story read aloud. I've been known to do character voices and have fun doing readings. Or if you're wanting feedback on your story excerpt, tomorrow is the 30-something show. Like, man, what? I don't even know what episode we're on. I was like, we're on some episode. Tomorrow is the 34th episode of the Story and Critique Show. So make sure to submit your story if you want feedback. The submission link is down in the YouTube description down below. I think right now we have just under 10 submissions, I believe. But I have to double check that. Make sure that you submit. The sooner you submit, the more likely you're able to get feedback on your story. Once again, the link is down in the YouTube description. It's tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific, 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m. Eastern. 2, 3, 4 p.m. Eastern. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4. I was like, God, don't have that at the top of my head. 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Our critique show is always the most popular. So make sure to submit. I'm looking forward to it. I always love doing our critique show. So that's what I got. Mary, so I'll try rearranging the sentence structure. Yeah, that's usually what it is, Mary.
Yep.
Calvin, sounds like you're able to get 400 words done. Awesome. You got more than me. I bashed my head against the wall right now. I hate it when I get at one of these stuck points, but I do not stop. I'm push myself to just keep going regardless, because if you don't feel like writing, write anyways. My motto. Hey, what's up, Kay? Thanks for stopping by the stream, my friend. Awesome. So that's what we got for today. If you enjoyed the stream, tap that like button on your way out. Help us show the algorithm that writing streams are awesome. Writing streams are sweet. 375 streams so far. Clearly, I like doing writing streams. And that's all that I got for you today, my friends. But unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the stream. I'm Kaufman, and this is
Chat Soul.
And we'll catch you on the next stream. Stay creative, right?
Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.